get you smiling. I can make you feel like you're sitting on an island. I can make it fruity, or I can make it strong. All you gotta do is tell me what you want. Put it to your lips, take a little sip. Tell me what you think. Yeah, I can fix a drink. Yeah, I can fix a drink.
You're listening to the Mighty 920 KDHL. We have Gordy live at the second girls softball game for the state tournament, Fbo Vs Winona. Gordy?
Yes, we are ready for some softball. Big Nine Conference style. That's right. It's the semifinals of the Class 3A Girls State Softball Tournament, and all Big Nine Conference encounter the Winona Winhawks, the Faribault Falcons. And, of course, anybody that follows the Falcons knows they are this Big Nine Conference champions. They went unbeaten during the course of the conference season, which obviously means that they beat Winona the only time they faced them this year. That game was in Faribault, a game that I did broadcast on the radio. I do remember it. 3-2 is the final score. It was a terrific game, and I do believe that Faribault came from behind to win that game, 3-2. So these are the defending state champs, the Winhawks. They've been here before. They've been in this game before. Obviously, Faribault, this is their first trip ever to state, so they've never been in this game. And I don't know if that'll make a difference or not. I do know that Michaela Armbruster looked locked in the first game. 17 strikeouts through a no-hitter. And the Winona pitcher also threw a no-hitter over Ricori in a 2-1 win. Faribault won 8-0 over Bemidji earlier today. Our broadcast is a service of Parker Cole Funeral Home of Faribault, by Deb Salmonson, Remax Realty in Faribault. Our Shambo Brothers Disposal of Faribault will bring you again our pickup of the game. Harley's Auto Salvage in Faribault. Judd Osterman in Demro. Garlic's Water Conditioning. First United Bank, all of Faribault, by Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. Also Pleasant Manor, Pleasant View Estates. Faribault Interiors, Bolt Funeral Home. Tony Langerud, Jason Crone, your Faribault State Farm Insurance agents. We'll select another Faribault State Farm Insurance agents Faribault player of today's game. Consolidated Communications, IBW Local Union 110. Hometown Credit Union, the Broster, Star Trophy and Apparel, both of Faribault, by Weichert Realty, Jake Pillar of Faribault, Steel, Wasika Co-op Electric, and Reliance Bank of Faribault. Right now they're prepping the field, they're lining it, they're dragging it, they're getting some hosing on it, although it just had a quick rain shower that passed through here. They really shouldn't need to do a lot of soaking the field down to keep the dust down, but they are doing that. As the Winona Winhawks and the Faribault Falcons, two pitchers coming off no-hitters, going at it here in the semifinals of Class 3A. We'll take a look at some Winona statistics for you here during our Broster of Faribault pregame report. That's right, the Broster in Faribault, whether you're getting ready to do a trip to a game, whether you're after the game, whenever, it's the time to swing into Broster and enjoy some of their delicious chicken. Of course, they're known for their chicken. I have to be honest, I like their chicken, but I love their fish too. Taste it sometime and let me know what you think, because I think it's really good, the fish as well. At the Broster in Faribault, they're bringing you our pregame report. So our stats will be courtesy of them, the stats I'm about to bring you on Winona and their pitcher. Of course, we all know that Michaela Armbruster led the state in strikeouts this season. And Winona's got a pretty good one, too. She's coming off a no-hitter as well. We'll tell you some of her stats right after this 2-minute timeout.
Thinking about your own funeral leaves most of us feeling a little uneasy, but more adults are finding by pre-planning their funeral, they're providing their family with greater emotional and financial security when that time comes. Parker Cole Funeral Home and Crematory at their new location in Faribault has been caring for families of all faiths in Faribault and the surrounding area since 1876. If you're considering pre-arranging your funeral, contact them. They'd be happy to walk you through the pre-planning process. Parker Cole Funeral Home Faribault, offering single pet cremation for your longtime companion. In fast-pitch softball, having a good defense is essential. Not giving additional outs to any team increases your chances of winning, with multiple quality plays keeping the score down. same is true in real estate. RE/MAX Experts Realtor Deb Salmonson has 23 years experience selling real estate. 23 years experience selling in the Faribault area. That can save seller and buyer. Check out our website and see a number of testimonials from people at DebSalmonsonREMAXExperts.com. It's a seller's market right now, so the perfect time to list a home. Call Deb for a free market analysis. 507-210-1005. Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault has been serving the Faribault area for over 6 decades. The same local family-owned business has been assisting families and businesses. Randy and the whole Archambault Disposal family would like to thank their many loyal customers. 3 generations of Archambaults have strived to treat their customers like family. It's not just picking up garbage to them. Service and relationships are why Archambault Brothers Disposal's in the business. If you'd like to be part of the Archambault Brothers Disposal family, just phone 334-8910.
Hi, Cody here with Harley's Auto Salvage, right across from the Rice County Fairgrounds. We've been here since 1952 and are proud to be Faribault's largest recycler. Be sure to check out our drive-thru recycling building. We can recycle your aluminum cans, copper, brass, and metal, and we're your source for new and used auto parts. If we don't have it, we can locate it on our nationwide locating system. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your junk vehicle, and we'll pick it up. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook.
Harley's Auto Salvage, across from the Fairgrounds in Faribault.
Now, I'm not sure. Faribault should be the home team with a higher seed. I got a hankering they may have flipped for the home team. We'll find out, I guess, here shortly. Faribault Falcons and the Winona Windhawks. Here are those stats on Annika Anderson, the outstanding pitcher. She's a right-hander for Winona. 17-3 on the season. Of course, one of those 3 losses to Faribault. She, in 130 innings, has 213 strikeouts. So, definitely a strikeout pitcher. ERA of 1.29 for Annika Anderson. And in dee-dee-doo, Winona is the home team. Now, explain that to me, please. You're the number 1 seed. You're playing the number 4 seed. Why don't they, why do you even seed if you're only seeding for the first round? That makes no sense to me, but that's the way it is. Winona gets to be the home team, even though they're the 4 seed. Okay? Makes no sense to me at all. And hopefully it won't matter. So the Windhawks are the home team. They're getting ready to take the field to do infield here. You're in tune to KDHL AM, Faribault, Minnesota. We're at the state tournament here at Caswell Park in North Mankato. I was asked to say howdy to some folks here today, and so we're going to do that. Becca and Angela, I know, are in the vehicle heading somewhere. They asked to say hi. A couple of young ladies who are Falcon fans today anyway. So Becca and Angela, hope you heard my shout out. And I was asked by the family, the Shack family, to say hi to Chad. Chad, Allie's dad, unfortunately has to be in California for work, I was told. And Chad, I know it's killing you not being able to be here and see Allie's couple of homers. I hope that someone was able to get it on video on YouTube or something, because it was something else. She's hitting the ball like crazy here. Allie, 2 home runs in the first game and a couple of other hits in my scorebook. Like I said, I was kind of blocked out of one of the hits. There may have been an error that I did not see. I did not see it. So in my book, I had 2 singles and 2 homers for Allie Shack in game number 1. She was one of our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault players of the game, along with Michaela Armbruster. Cameron Salmonson got our Archambault Brothers Disposal pickup of the game. Archambault Brothers Disposal in Faribault, very proud to be the Faribault Area Chamber of Commerce 2018 Business of the Year in Faribault. That's quite an honor. Very deserving there at Archambault Brothers Disposal. We'll continue to roll along during our Broster of Faribault pregame report. You don't need to have any kind of a pre-sale here. If you've ever been to the Broster, you know what I'm talking about. Terrific food. It gets to you quick, and it is fresh and hot. It's not like it's not like some places you go where the food's already pre-made and it's maybe sitting in a warmer or something. Nope, not at the Broster. The chicken is really fresh and juicy at the Broaster. The fish, I already told you I love their fish. Their tartar sauce is very good too at the Broaster. Of course, I'm kind of a tartar sauce fan. Winona's doing their warm-ups right in front of us. This Winona Winhawk team, the defending state champs, they are very good defensively. You do not typically see them throw the ball around or make errors, so you have to make the most of your plays. And, of course, we've talked about it throughout the tournament. The Falcons have run into some outs in the sections. They've been able to get away with it. They ran into a couple of outs in the first game. I don't think you get away with that against this Winona Winhawk team. You've got to play perfect, fast-pitch ball. It'd be nice to get a lead early and then let Michaela Armbruster do her thing against a Winona Winhawk lineup that is very solid on the top four, but not quite as solid through the lineup as the Faribault Falcons, who can actually beat you virtually at any spot in their lineup. They really do have good hitters up and down the lineup. Some of their averages may not be as hefty, but they seem to be able to come through in the clutch, the Faribault Falcon hitters at the bottom of the order as well as at the top and in the middle. When we return, we'll take a look at some more statistics for the Winona Winhawks, the defending state champs, here in the semifinals of Class 3A State Tournament Softball. We'll do that in 90 seconds.
Judd Osterman and Demrell Limited is a local independent firm of certified public accountants serving southern Minnesota. They provide a full range of services for individuals, small businesses, and corporations in many industries. They take pride in their local identity and the personal relationships they have developed with their clients. JOD is large enough to provide a full range of services, small enough to assure individual attention, and dedicated enough to take interest in your success. Online at jodcpa.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Kinetico water system. We have a wide range of Kinetico water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's Water.
With First United Bank in Faribault, you may be able to buy a home with only 3% down. The good news does not end there. Qualified buyers will also receive a $5,000 grant to use for funds towards down payment and or closing costs. This program is not just for first-time home buyers. Contact the mortgage team at First United Bank today, Debbie Nelson or Chris O'Neill, for complete details. Get closer to your new home purchase with 3% down. First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS, number 486008.
Caswell Park, North Mankato. We're at the state tournament semifinals. First time ever that the Faribault Falcons have been here. As I said, Winona is the defending state champs. And 2 years ago, they lost to Mankato West in a semifinal game. I think, or maybe it was the state championship game. I don't remember which. West won the title 2 years ago. I do know that. And Winona won the title last year. So the last 2 years it's been a Big Nine Conference school. And the fact that we have two Big Nine Conference teams playing each other right here means that one of them will be playing for a state championship again. Speaking of state championships, they have to be the state championship winner for ribs in Minnesota. Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. If you've never tried their ribs, I can't imagine you're not trying them if you live in the Faribault area, but if you've never done it, I encourage you to do so. And I'll challenge you, I guarantee you, if you don't like the ribs, I've said this for many years, I'll pay for the meal. I guarantee you'll love them, Bashers. J&J Bowling Center, man, they have a great deal on the bowling too. $40 for the whole season. Good Monday through Thursday. That's 4 days, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. You get 3 games each day. That's 12 games. If you bowl every day, 3 games each day, 4 days a week, all the way through the end of August, it's just $40, and that includes your shoe rental. What a deal. Take advantage of that, folks. Get on into the J&J Bowling Center right in the Bashers building in Faribault, open until 8 o'clock. Again, Monday through Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can go over there, bowl 3 games each day. That's 12 games each week, all the way through the end of August. And it only would cost you $40 for that entire time. As the Winhawks are concluding their warm-ups here. Again, they must have flipped, which makes no sense to me at all. I mean, it means you only seed for 1 round. Now, 1 seed should be the home team, but they're not. They'll be the visitors, the Faribault Falcons, in this game against the Winona Winhawks in the semifinals of the state tournament. Again, Faribault was the 1 seed, Winona the number 4 seed. We'll have to find out why they decided to go that route. I mean, if you have a seeding in a tournament, the seeding should carry throughout the tournament, should it not? As they're just concluding their warm-ups, Faribault will be taking the field next for their warm-ups. Well, the one good thing is they get to come to the plate first. Maybe they can make some noise right out of the gate. That would be very nice. Put a crooked number on the board. During your Broster pregame report, this is Gordy Kosfeld. Carly's engineering back at the studios, as Winona is just now concluding their warm-up. They are ready to rock and roll against the number 1 rated, the number 1 seed Faribault Falcons, although the number 1 seed means nothing now because you don't even get to be the home team in the semifinals. Oh my. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Pleasant View Estates offers independent living, assisted living, and enhanced assistance on Faribault's picturesque east side. The fact that it's adjacent to a skilled nursing facility makes it ideal if your loved one needs more care. Move can be made without literally going outdoors, or if their spouse needs care, they can live right next door. Staff available 24 hours a day with call buttons in each apartment, full apartments with full kitchens, walk-in showers, cable and internet access, daily activities. A great way to make new friends going through the same part of their life journey. Take a tour soon. Pleasant View Estates, Faribault, because the journey matters. Bolt Funeral Home in Faribault understands their work with families often comes at a difficult time. That's why they're specially trained in pre-planning so the basics can be completed hopefully long before the services are needed. Bolt Funeral Home provides traditional and cremation services with the most compassionate care. Many generations of families have trusted their loved ones in the care of Bolt Funeral Home with generations of experience and decades of trust. Proud of their 5 generations of Faribault Falcon graduates, visit their website, boltfuneralhome.com, for more details about their services.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let Jason Crone Agency help simplify to get to a better state. Because with Jason's office handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could save you up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Jason Crone, State Farm Agency, today to get to a better state with State Farm.
So right now, the interior, the infield, is taking warm-ups. Speaking of interiors, Faribault Interiors in Faribault is right across from the Chamber Building on Wilson Avenue. If you've never been there, I'd invite you to stop in. They got the neatest trinkets to put in your home, but I've always called it, and I really believe this, it's like a candy store for decorators. I mean, they've got everything. They can take care of your window treatments, from countertops, your flooring, your cabinetry, all of it. And these people know their stuff, and their bottom line is they want to keep you happy because they're no dummies. They know that if they keep you happy, the next time you need to do a remodeling job, or if maybe their neighbor needs to, or uncle, aunt, family member, you'll recommend them, right? It's not rocket science. They know that they need to keep their customers happy. But, it's amazing how it may not be rocket science, but some businesses are not able to accomplish that goal. I guarantee you Faribault Interiors is. So get on over there, folks, and take advantage of some of the great deals they got going on right now. Earbuds are falling out of my ear. At Faribault Interiors, again across from the Chamber in Faribault. Now the outfield's going out and joining the infield here as Chris Silber, the head coach, is hitting to the outfield. Jesse Armbruster, an assistant, is hitting balls to the infield. And Faribault Falcons and the Winona Winhawks are about to have an all Big Nine Conference semifinal game in the state tournament here in North Mankato. Here are some other stats for Winona. Let's give you some team stats. I can bring it up here. And bring the team stats up for the Winona Windhawks. Winona Windhawks come into this game. Actually, they come into the tournament because I don't have any stats added into this from the previous game, although I do have the box score from the previous game. Anyway, 126 runs, 185 hits in 22 games, a team batting average of .305, 3 home runs, 18 stolen bases, a 1.47 team ERA, 237 opponent strikeouts. They have 66 as a team. 48 errors as Winona. That surprises me. When I saw that number, my eyes almost popped out of my head. That's a lot of errors for a Winona Windhawk team. My guess is they put it together here the last month. When they lost to Faribault in Faribault back on May the 5th, it was their 3rd straight loss, and they have 5 on the season. So they've really put it together here in the last part of the year, winning Section 1. They come into this game with a record of 17-5 overall, 7-1 at home, 5-2 on the road, and 5-2 on a neutral field. This obviously would be a neutral field, even though they're the home team in this game, which I still don't understand. The number 4 seed, they flipped for the home team. Your seeding only counts for 1 round, the first round of the tournament. When we return, we'll take a look at Michaela Armbruster's stats. I'll try and update them for you. They're very impressive. We'll do that right after this 2-minute timeout.
Considering a move in 2018? Follow our lead at the State Bank of Faribault. Hi, I'm Chris Jeans from the State Bank of Faribault Mortgage Department. We are packing up our mortgage department and moving out to our branch location on Western Avenue. When you want to buy a new home, work with the State Bank of Faribault, your local mortgage experts. We specialize in helping you find the mortgage and payment that best fits your budget. It's easier to work with the State Bank of Faribault. The State Bank of Faribault, tsbf.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 638054.
Hey there! As a paperclip, I am all for bundling. But with things like internet streaming and TV, I have my limits. After all, I'm just a twisted piece of metal. That's where Consolidated Communications comes in. Right now, add TV and 20 megs of internet and get free showtime for 2 years. With no data cap, downtime, or delays, all while saving a bundle. And I know a thing or two about bundles.
When you want to keep it all together, visit Consolidated.com or call 844-YOUR-CCI today. Services not available in all areas and vary by location. Terms and conditions apply.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers was founded by 10 men over a century ago. Since then, women have made IBEW Local 110 a rewarding place to work, learn, and thrive. This rewarding career offers women and men equal pay, benefits, and the best training in the electrical industry. Visit the Work tab on IBEWPros.org to find out more about an electrical career. Get your next electrical project done on time and on budget. That's the IBEW Local Union 110's power of professionalism.
Hello, I am Craig Pedersen, and I'm thrilled to be Hometown Credit Union's new mortgage lender for the Faribault office. I have been a mortgage lender for over 25 years, and I love helping people achieve their dream of affordable home ownership. Apply online, call, or stop by today to see just how easy it is to be at home with Hometown Credit Union. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Faribault Falcons, Winona Windhawks, all Big 9 Conference semifinal here at the state tournament. Let's get you updated on Michaela Armbruster's pitching stats, okay? She came into the state tournament. I got to find her pitching stats here. Came into the state tournament pitching 134 2/3 innings. You had 7 to that. That's 141 2/3, right? Okay. In the first game, she throws a no-hitter. 21 batters faced. Now an even 500 batters have been faced. She gave up no runs, so has 19 earned runs on 25 runs scored. She walked 1 batter. That's why she didn't have a perfect game. 11 walks all year. 11. That's it, 11. No hits, so she's given up 59 hits in 141 2/3 innings. nobody hit by a pitch. They got 4 of those. She's given up 5 homers. Now has a 20-2 record on the season. I'd have to sit down and figure out her ERA. Coming into the state tournament, 0.99. Probably goes down a couple of ticks. So under 1 ERA. She has played in 22 games, started 22 games, has 20 complete games, and has 14 shutouts now. That was her 14th shutout of the year. She struck out 17 in the game, so she's got 257 strikeouts on the season in 141 2/3 innings. How impressive is that? She's had 80 strikeouts looking. I'm going to look at the scorebook here if I can page back. She had 4 of those, I think. So that gives her 84 strikeouts looking on the season of her 257 on the year. She's averaging around 13 strikeouts a game after a 17 strikeout performance earlier today. Annika Anderson's coming off a no-hitter too. As I said, I've got their box score right in front of me. Winona, by the way, had 8 hits in that game over Rocori of Cold Spring. And Rocori of Cold Spring was not a bad team. 2-1 was the final. Rocori of Cold Spring being no hit by Annika Anderson. They scored a run in the 2nd inning. Must have been an error or something. Winona did have an error in the game. Now the head coaches are coming to home plate to go over the ground rules with the umpires. Chris Silber shaking hands with the Winona coach. That is Scott Helverson. Scott's assisted by Amber Mlanzik and Mitch Grossell. And Coach Silber is assisted by Jesse Armbruster, Abby Bloomquist, and Lisa Schob. By the way, the student managers for Faribault are Austin Underdahl and Ben LeCan. And I know the girls think they do a great job for the team. And I've had coaches tell me over the years, a good manager is invaluable. So I was remiss in not mentioning them earlier in the tournament. I do apologize for that. As we're just about set to get this game underway. A 5 o'clock start was scheduled. We're right about at the same time we started our first game, if I remember right. About 20 minutes after the scheduled time, as they're going over the ground rules here. And again, Faribault has to feel very comfortable here at Caswell Park. They've been here for a tournament a few weeks back. They were in the section tournament here. Of course, Winona out of Section 1 plays their section tournament games in Austin. And that's not exactly a hop, skip, and a jump. Winona always has to travel, obviously. They're on the far eastern end of the state, over there across the Mississippi from La Crosse, Wisconsin. So we're just about set to get the game underway. That'll conclude our Broster pregame report. The Broster in Faribault, it not only is famous for their chicken, and it is terrific, roasted, delicious chicken, but I would highly recommend you order their fish. Their burgers are pretty good too at the Broster. And one of the things I love about the Broster is you can get a baked potato with your meal. I have to be honest, for me, if I have a choice between a baked potato, French fries, I'll take the baked potato any day of the week. I'm just not a big French fry guy. Now, you might be a French fry guy. They got pretty good fries there too, as I'm told. Usually I'll have either the tots or the mashed potato, though, when I go to the Broster. Get on over to the Broster and enjoy the terrific food. Both coaches just shook hands, and we're set to get the battle underway between the Winona Winhawks and the Faribault Falcons. First of all, the visitors will be introduced, and it doesn't sound like they're going to introduce the non-starters here either after the first round. Allie Shack, who had 2 home runs in the first game, is going to lead off and play center field. Michaela Armbruster, the pitcher's batting second. Bree Bresnahan, the shortstop, will bat third. Cleanup hitter is Cassie Swanson, the first baseman. Abby Van Ryan will bat fifth and catch.
Batting fourth and playing at first base, number 3, Cassie Swanson.
Batting sixth.
Catching and batting fifth, number 2, Abby Van Ryan. Batting sixth and playing in right field, number 11, Abby Lake.
Abby Lake will bat sixth, the sophomore.
Batting seventh, playing at third base, number 5.
Ellie Knudsen will hit seventh and play third base. Batting eighth in left field is Cameron Selmanson.
Playing in left field, number number 15, Cameron Tomlinson.
And batting cleanup, batting ninth. Been a long day.
Batting ninth and playing at second base
is Lauren O'Neill.
Lauren O'Neill.
The second baseman.
Head coach of the Falcons is Chris Silver.
They don't even introduce the assistant coaches for the
Now
team.
the starting lineup for the home team, the Winona Winhawks.
So Winona gets to be home.
Playing in center field.
Again, I don't understand that, being the 4 seed.
Selena Lore. Batting second, playing in left field, number 14, Samantha Iverson.
Selena Lore will lead off and play center field. Batting second is Samantha Iverson, the left fielder. Annika Anderson is the pitcher. Lauren Hammernick is the catcher. Fallon Gady plays third base. Paige Grafton is the DH. Sarah Halverson plays right field. Ambryo Jacobs plays first base. Savannah Iverson is the shortstop. And Jade Joswick.
The designated player, number 3, Paige Grafton.
Well, Carson Johnson plays second base. My guess is she's the flex player here. Yep, because no advance in the first game.
Carson Johnson, who will be playing at second base.
So the flex player is Carson Johnson. That's who they DH for here. The Winona Winhawks and the Faribault Falcons.
Batting eighth and playing at first base, number 23, Ambryo Jacobs. And batting ninth at shortstop, number 13, Savannah Iverson. Head coach for the Winhawks is Scott Halverson.
Let's get this game underway.
Our umpires for
Alex is engineering now back in the studios.
Mark Elke will be calling balls and strikes. Dallas Applemacher will be at
And a big thank you to Broster for bringing us the pregame report. The Broster, terrific chicken. And of course, all the food is good there. What am I saying? It's all good. Swing on by. Tell him Gordy sent you. Still got some people sitting out behind the outfield fences here at the state tournament with plenty of room to sit other places, but they allow it, so I don't know why, but they do. So Faribault will lead things off here, of course. And we'll go up against Annika Anderson. Anderson coming off a no-hitter, so is Michaela Armbruster. Anderson's battery mate is Lauren Hammernick. At first base for the defending state champions is Ambryo Jacobs. The second baseman is Carson Johnson. At shortstop is Savannah Iverson. At third base is Fallon Gady. Out in left field is Samantha Iverson. In center field is Selena Lore, and in right field is Sarah Halverson. So Anderson will be doing her warm-up process here. Again, the last time these two teams played, it was in Faribault, and the Falcons won it 3-2. Faribault went unbeaten in the Big Nine and won the Big Nine Conference title this year. Has to be the toughest Class 3A conference in the state. You got some 4A teams in there too. And all the Rochester schools and Owatonna. Of course, Mankato West and East, both perennial powers in softball as well. As finishing her warm-up is Anderson, and we're ready to get this underway at my watch. Says 5:28. 5:28 will be our first pitch. Allie Shack, 2 homers in the first game. 2 singles in the first game will step up. Get a big hello to Chad Shack, Allie's dad, who unfortunately can't be here, but hopefully it's the next best thing, Chad, listening out in San Diego, California. It's cloudy here. Meantime, temperature's got to be in the 70s. I'll have to take a look at that in a moment. But it's sunny and beautiful in San Diego. I was there just a couple of Decembers ago. Watched the Gophers playing a bowl game out there. That was fun. Went to the San Diego Zoo. Had a very good time. So Allie Shack steps in. Anderson's first pitch is a ball. 1-0. 1-0 the count to Allie Shack. Hit a line drive homer the first one. The next one was no doubter as well. Swings and misses, and it's 1-1. A lot different speed from what they saw earlier today. I mean, the other pitcher did a very good job for Bemidji, but she was not a strikeout pitcher, and this one is. Pitch is just below the knees. 2-1 to count to Allie Shack, trying to work the count in her favor. In the game earlier today, her first home run was on a 1-1 count. Looks like ball 3 was just delivered. It's 3-1 to Shack. Well, I can't imagine her being super nervous here. I mean, they've been here before. Anderson's next pitch is a strike. He didn't put his arm up. 3-2 the count. 3-2 in the pitch. Swings, and it's a base hit to left field. Allie Shack continues her hot hitting. Allie gets him going with a single right out of the gate. No-hitter in this game. Michaela Armbruster will step up. Now, Michaela is a notorious first pitch swinger, and she admits it. In the first game, she had first pitch swinging, and an 0-1 count when she got her hit. And the pitch swings with the first pitch. High chopper to short to go to second. Just get the runner at second, and Armbruster's safe at first. Ball was over near the second base bag, and Shack almost made it there, but she didn't. And that's the first out. Fielder's choice, Armbruster's at first. Bree Bresnan will step in.
Number 22, Lindsay O'Neill, courtesy running at first
Lindsay O'Neill goes in to run. Lindsay is the backup pitcher as well for Faribault and has pitched well in the section tournament. She pitched very well. And it was her first varsity pitching. That was impressive by the sophomore. So Bree Bresnan steps in, had a single earlier today. And an RBI. That was in their big sixth inning. The Faribault Falcons scored 6 runs in the sixth inning and won that game 8-0. They cranked out 11 hits in the contest. In my scorebook, the official scorer had them with 10 hits. That ball's hammered. First baseman catches it and steps on the bag. Boy, she absolutely tattooed it, but right to the first baseman. L3 unassisted double play. And that ends the top of the first. Wow, I told you this Winona team is a slick fielding team traditionally, although they do have a high number of errors according to the stat sheet coming into this game, and that might have been when they had that little hiccup in the middle of their schedule when they lost 3 straight. The third straight loss was to Faribault when they came up to Faribault on May the 5th. We go to the bottom of the first. Armbruster will see the Winhawk top of the order right after this 1-minute timeout.
For delicious food at very good prices, stop by the Broaster in Faribault.
You ever eaten at the Broaster, Alex?
Their specialty is the genuine Broaster chicken, but the fish is excellent. The burgers are terrific. You get to choose a baked potato with your meal. Service is awesome. The meals are not pre-cooked. You get your chicken, fish, shrimp, or burgers fresh, juicy. Next time you're hungry, go to the Broaster, 221 Lindale Avenue South in Faribault. Your stomach will thank you. These days, there are so many promotional products available to help get the word out about your business. Let Star Trophy and Apparel assist you. Star Trophy and Apparel. The sky really is the limit here. Golf balls, pens, mouse pads, mugs, umbrellas. Star Trophy and Apparel can get you set up. Stop in for a terrific selection of athletic wear, too. Falcons, Bethlehem Academy, Medford, Waterville, Elysian, Morristown. Trophies and plaques, hats, shirts, jackets with your company logo on them. Star Trophy and Apparel. The place to go, located at 128 Prairie Avenue Southwest, Faribault.
Michaela Armbruster finishes her warm-up tosses. Battery mate is Abby Van Ryan. They're both juniors. Cassie Swanson, senior at first base. Lauren O'Neill, junior at second base. Bree Bresnan, senior at shortstop. Ellie Knudsen, junior at third base. Out in left field, Cameron Selmanson, a senior. Allie Shack in center, a senior. And in right field, sophomore Abby Lake. Armbruster in leading the state in strikeouts, facing Selena Lohr, the center fielder. Lohr came into the state tournament hitting .333, and earlier today had 1 hit. First pitch is a strike. 0-1 to Selena Lohr. Boy, Faribault hit the ball right on the button there. That Bresnan hit was smoked to first base. Great catch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. 0-2 to Selena Lohr. Almost swung around a couple of times there. She steps back in, right-handed hitter, very up in the box against Armbruster, who does not wear a mask in the pitching circle. Falcons in their green and black. Changeup is fouled off, 0-2. I personally think that might be Michaela's best pitch, the changeup. It really looks like it's going to come out as a fastball and then floats in there. In the games where she's had trouble, and it's been very few, she has not been able to spot the changeup. That ball's popped up, should be caught. O'Neill, you can probably hear way up here calling for it, makes the catch, and it's one down. Now the left fielder.
Now batting left fielder, number 14, Samantha Iverson.
Samantha Iverson. Where's number 14 on the back of the uniform? She is a junior, left-handed hitter. And the righty's pitch. She's a slap hitter, and it looked like a strike, but it's called a ball. Boy, I don't know where that pitch was. 1-0. Looked like it was right at the knees, right over the plate. So Armbruster will get back on that pitching rubber and deliver. It's another ball. Looked like a pretty good pitch. 2-0. Knutson's a couple of steps up in front of third base. Winona, the black pants, the white and orange tops. Slaps the next one foul. 2-1 to count. Armbruster, 11 walks all season. In 141 2/3 innings, 11 walks. So, as I've said repeatedly, if I'm an opponent, I think I'd be up there hacking because she's always around the plate. In the previous game, Bemidji kept getting themselves in holes. She tries her changeup and she couldn't get it over. 3-1. Hopefully that's just a hiccup because usually when she has trouble, she can't get the changeup over. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. I never understood the slap hitting thing because I had a hard enough time hitting a ball standing still, and they're running. And the pitch fouls it off, and it's still 3-2. That was off the catcher's mask, I think, and the umpire's giving her time to shake the cobwebs out here. Abby Van Ryan says she's okay as he walks the ball out to Armbruster. He'll dust off home plate to give her time too, and she says, I'm ready. So Abby gets back in her crouch. One down here in the bottom of the first, no score. And the pitch. Strike three call. She watched it go by. So a first strikeout. If you're looking for a great meal, you don't have to look any farther than Basher's. The ribs are out of this world. Drop off the bone. Delicious. Annika Anderson. I always thought it was Annika, but I guess they're saying Annika. Anderson. The pitcher's up. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Anderson on the season is hitting .465 as 33 hits coming into the state tournament. One homer. Left-handed hitter, and the pitch is a ball. 1-1. See, earlier today, Anderson had a hit and an RBI. She also struck out. And the pitch, too low. 2-1 to Anderson. Faribault did not score in the top of the first. Shot got a single. And there was a fielder's choice, and Bree Bresnan hit it right on the button, but right to the first baseman who stepped on the first base bag for a double play. As Anderson fouls off the next offering, and it's 2-2. Michaela Armbruster had 17 strikeouts in the game earlier today. She and Anderson both had no hitters in their first round games. Righty's pitch. There's the changeup, and hits it to second base. O'Neill will throw her out. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for the Winona Windhawks. No runs, no hits, there were no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the top of the second for the Falcons. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the order right after this 1 minute timeout.
These days, there are so many promotional products available to help get the word out about your business. Let Star Trophy and Apparel assist you. Star Trophy and Apparel. The sky really is the limit here. Golf balls, pens, mouse pads, mugs, umbrellas. Star Trophy and Apparel can get you set up. Stop in for a terrific selection of athletic wear, too. Falcons, Bethlehem Academy, Medford, Waterville, Elysian, Morristown. Trophies and plaques, hats, shirts, jackets with your company logo on them. Star Trophy and Apparel. The place to go, located at 128 Prairie Avenue Southwest, Faribault.
Buying or selling a house doesn't have to be a stressful process. Weichert Realtors Heartland is there to help you every step of the way. Their dedicated and professional agents provide their knowledge and expertise for smart decisions in today's real estate market. They can help you find your current house value or find you that dream house you've been waiting to find. Buying or selling, Team Yellow is for you. Call 507-334-2173. Weichert Realtors Faribault.
Now pitching for Forest Lake.
So we go to the top of the second. No score yet in this game. Cassie Swanson will lead things off, leads the Falcons and homers with 4. Earlier today against Bemidji, Cassie had a double and a single. As she steps in, man, she can absolutely tattoo the ball as well. And the pitch, swing, and it is to the first offering. Faribault is very aggressive at plate here early, I noticed. First inning, just 8 pitches were thrown by Anderson, 5 of them strikes. She was 2 of 3 first pitch strikes. As the right-hander, with the mask on, delivers. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. I reminded Cassie earlier today, level swing. She popped one up her last at bat. Said, yeah, I got under that too much. As she steps in, right-handed hitter on the righty's pitch. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. First strikeout for Anderson, and that'll bring up Abby Van Ryan.
The catcher, number 2, Abby Van Ryan.
Van Ryan came into the state tournament the leading RBI person on the Falcon team with 21 on the season in 22 games. That's pretty good. Taps the plate, the junior catcher. A little bit of a closed stance at the plate, and the pitch is a ball, 1-0. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Again, Van Ryan is a junior. Next offering is way up over the head. It's 2-0. Very good athlete is Abby Van Ryan. Man, she really came on during the basketball season. A lot of fun to watch. Right-handed hitter, and the pitch swings and hits it straight back. 2-1 to count. Van Ryan came into the state tournament hitting .415. Official box score had her with her 22nd RBI and a hit. She pops this one up. It should be caught. Left fielder comes in, had to run a long ways, but the ball was hung up enough that she could get to it. So 2 down, and that'll bring up Abby Lake. Lake, the right fielder, a sophomore, has really done a nice job. About 2 weeks into the season, she was called on to take right field, and she's done a nice job there. Pitch is ball outside, 1-0. Just an 8-pitch inning, as I mentioned, by Anderson. Pitch goes all the way to the backstop. It's 2-0. Armbruster threw 10 strikes in the first inning. And 5 balls for 15 total pitches. And she was 2 of 3 first pitch strikes. Next pitch also gets away from the catcher. It is 3-0. So Lake is a pitch away from getting on base with 2 outs here in the second inning. When they played in Faribault on May 5th, Falcons won 3-2. A walk. 2 outs. Ellie Knutson steps up, third baseman. Ellie had a gorgeous bunt single in the first game.
Playing at third base, number 5.
Then she walked and scored. She is the fastest player on this team. And the pitch, bunted in the air, right to the pitcher. Out number 3. So that ends the top of the second. No runs, no hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. we go to the bottom of the second. Winona will try to get their first hit off Michaela Armbruster. Batters 4, 5, and 6 due up right after this 1 minute timeout. No score on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. Back in 1 minute.
Steel Waseca Cooperative Electric urges you to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Each year, people are killed or injured when farm or construction equipment contact power lines. Stay at least 10 feet away in all directions. Getting too close is dangerous as electricity can arc or jump to conducting material or objects. If your equipment does come into contact with power lines and you are not in imminent danger, stay in the cab, call for help, and warn others nearby to stay away and wait until the electric utility arrives. Steel Waseca Cooperative Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Reliance Bank of Faribault is a terrific way for you to support your favorite school and benefit yourself also. Get more details about their Faribault Falcon, Bethlehem Academy, or Medford Tiger debit cards. Open a free checking account like the Green Checking with no minimum balance, currently 1.5% APY on your deposits, and choose the Money Pass Visa card with a Falcon, Cardinal, or Tiger logo on it. A portion of the interchange fee on every point of sale transaction is donated back to your favorite school. Another way that Reliance Bank of Faribault is redefining service every day. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Lauren Hammernick, junior catcher, steps in. She comes into this tournament hitting .342, and earlier today did have a hit. Armbruster's first pitch, changeup fouled off. 0-1. 16 pitches now for Michaela. 11 of them strikes. She is 3 of 4 first pitch strikes. And they did swing at the first pitch there, which, like I said, there's a changeup that missed, and I don't know where it missed. It looked like it was right down the heart of the plate. 1-1 to count. Abby kind of looked at the dugout like she couldn't believe it either. And the pitch, swing and a fastball, and fouls it back 1-2. It's pretty rare you see Armbruster throw 2 back-to-back changeups. I like that, though, because remember, Winona has played her, and you don't want to get into any kind of a pattern. Keep them guessing. 1-2 to count to Hammernick, and the pitch up high. It's 2-2. She would not chase the riser. 2-2 to Hammernick. Up and down in order in the first inning with a strikeout for Armbruster, her 18th of the day in 8 innings. Changeup misses. It's 3-2. Well, it's a full count. She doesn't like walking people. She's only given up 11 walks all year. Hammernick, the cleanup hitter. And the pitch. Swing! And a miss. She jammed her. Beautiful pitch. Second strikeout. I love that she challenged her and jammed her at the same time. Fallon Gady steps in, the third baseman. First pitch, strike. Boy, he's got a delayed call too. 0-1 to count. Gady's a senior. Next offering is inside for a ball. It's 1-1. Where's number 11 on the back of her uniform? Winona in black and orange across their white jersey tops, black on the sleeves. Faribault with black on the sleeves and green tops. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Bresnahan at short does not wear a mask. Swanson at first does not wear a mask. Armbruster in the pitching circle does not wear a mask. O'Neill and Knudsen-Dew at second and third wear masks in the pitch. Tried to get her to chase, wouldn't do it. It's 2-2. Winona is looking for their first base runner. This is the 5th batter to face Armbruster in this game. As she delivers, swing and a miss, and strike 3, and third strikeout for Armbruster, second this inning. Bring up the number 6 hitter in the order. Where's number 3 on the back of her uniform? Paige Grafton. Paige Grafton is, I think he said, the designated player. And they don't call it a DH, but that's what he called it. 0-1 the count to the DP, that's what they call it in fast pitch, DP, Paige Grafton. I mean, for all intents and purposes, is a DH. Pitch is inside, it's 1-1. So Grafton will step in again. For those of you who missed it, earlier today, Hayfield looked like they were in the driver's seat to knock off the #1 ranked New York Mills team. They were up 5, swing and a miss, 1-2. They were up 5-2 going into the last inning. And wouldn't you know it, the New York Mills put some hits together and they had a walk-off 6-5 win. It was a heartbreaker for Hayfield. Randolph did win their game earlier today. They'll be playing in the semifinals at 7 tonight here at Caswell Park. Nice cool breeze. The humidity's left the air here in Mankato. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a mow him down inning for Armbruster. Up and down in order, all by strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Let's see if the Falcons can get those bats going. In the top of the third, it'll be hitters 8, 9, and 1 in the order. We have no score on the Deb Salmonson RE/MAX Realty scoreboard. Of course, lots of years of experience in the real estate market by Deb. 20-plus years, not just in real estate, but in the Faribault market. And as anybody that knows anything about real estate, I'm not one of those people, that realtors tell me that markets do differ. And you want a realtor that's knowledgeable about the market, and she certainly is that. With over 20 years experience, she can help you whether you're buying a home or selling a home. So give her a jingle, okay? Again, 8, 9, and 1 for Faribault right after this 1-minute timeout.
Thinking about your own funeral leaves most of us feeling a little uneasy, but more adults are finding by pre-planning their funeral, they're providing their family with greater emotional and financial security when that time comes. Harker Cole Funeral Home and Crematory at their new location in Faribault has been caring for families of all faiths in Faribault and the surrounding area since 1876. If you're considering pre-arranging your funeral, contact them. They'd be happy to walk you through the pre-planning process. Harker Cole Funeral Home Faribault, offering single pet cremation for your longtime companion. In fast-pitch softball, having a good defense is essential. Not giving additional outs to any team increases your chances of winning, with multiple quality plays keeping the score down. Same is true in real estate. RE/MAX Experts Realtor Deb Salmonson has 23 years experience selling real estate. 23 years experience selling in the Faribault area. That can save seller and buyer. Check out our website and see a number of testimonials from people at DebSalmonsonRE/MAXExperts.com. It's a seller's market right now, so the perfect time to list a home. Call Deb for a free market analysis. 507-210-1005.
1-1 is the count to Cameron Salmonson to lead off the third inning. Faribault has 1 hit. Had a couple of base runners. And a pitch. Swings and just gets a piece of it. Ball tips it into the catcher's mitt, and it's 1-2. Salmonson, a right-handed hitter. Earlier today, she scored a run. She was one of those runs that scored on that bizarre illegal pitch is what was called. Remember, I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Illegal pitch. Not 1, not 2, but 3 in a row. Illegal pitches were called. Swing and a miss, and she's gone on strike. Second strikeout of the Falcon batters. That's the 8th batter to come to the plate. Abby Bloomquist gives her a little batting tip. She heads to the dugout, and that'll bring up Lauren O'Neill. O'Neill, the second baseman. Left-handed hitter. Where's number 20 on the back of her uniform? And the pitch. Swings and hits it back into the screen, 0-1. Well, Faribault's gone up there for the most part hacking, and why not? I'm guessing Anderson, they don't have the walks listed on here, which I don't understand, but they don't have walks, which are a very important statistic for pitchers, but they're not included on the high school league stat sheet. And the pitch. Almost hit her in the head. 1-1. You'd have to say that Anderson might have been, so far, effectively wild. She's had a few pitches in the dirt, wide, all the way to the backstop. And the pitch. And, maybe doing some of that on purpose so that Faribault can't tee off on her, make them uncomfortable at the plate. She's a right-hander. Fidgets with that ball on her right hip, puts it in the glove, puts it with it again, puts it back in the glove. And now, A hammer job, and it's a base hit for O'Neill to right field. Past the first baseman, who's looking at her glove like, how did I not catch that? It was hit too hard, that's why. It got by you too soon. So one out single by O'Neill, and Allie Shack, who is the hottest hitter in the Falcon lineup right now, 2 homers in the first game, a single in the first inning on a full count. Steps up with a runner at first, and 1 out. As the right-hander's pitch is up high, it is 1-0. 1-0 to Allie Shack. Then the pitch. Looked like a good pitch. It's called a ball. It's 2-0. Again, we're right above home plate here. Off a little bit to the first base side. And the righty's pitch. She bunts it down the first baseline foul. It was almost a perfect bunt. It's 2-1. And that did have the element of surprise on it because you got a girl up here that's hit 2 homers on the day. And believe me, Winona knows it. They had somebody watching that Faribault game to give them a report. 2-1 to count. Trying to get that runner in scoring position, and the pitch swings away, and it's a foul ball, a loud foul. She straightened that out. It would have been another homer. It's 3-1. Man, is she seeing the ball well. Anderson's thinking to herself, I'm not going to throw that pitch again. 3-1 to count. The right-handed hitting Allie Shack. Kin said hi to her dad, and the pitch is up high. Well, he must have missed a count. It's 3-2. This umpire, you can't tell. He doesn't always put his arm up when he calls a strike. And he's very delayed in his calls. Swing and a miss. Struck out Shack, and that's doing something today. 3rd strikeout for Anderson. That'll bring up Michaela Armbruster. It was not a half-hearted swing, though. I like that. Shack gave it a good go, just didn't catch up. Armbruster, again, a notorious first-pitch swinger. I'd always throw her a ball if I'm pitching. Swing and a miss. 0-1, and I think it was a ball. 0-1. There's 2 outs here, so I can't imagine there being a bunt on. As she looks at her pad, Coach Silver did a number, hits it straight back, and it's 0-2. Faribault had a leadoff single by Shack. Armbruster hit on the first pitch, a hopper to short. Shack was out at second. Armbruster went to first. Bresnahan in the first inning just hammered it right to the first baseman. That ball's hit to left field. That might drop in, and it's going to drop in between the shortstop and the left fielder. They run into each other. Meanwhile, they're going to score a run. The Falcons score a run. The left fielder and the shortstop went into each other. The ball landed between them. Nobody got up to pick up the ball, and one of the players looks like she may be hurt. But O'Neill, they wisely give her the windmill. She scores on the play. And Armbruster's going to have herself a hit and an RBI. It goes to second. You have to almost give her a double all the way on that. Again, nobody got up to pick up the ball. And the girl's okay. She just, I don't know. She never got up, but she's okay, the left fielder. So I don't know if that's the left fielder's ball, if she didn't call her off or what the deal was, but they collided into each other, and you have to rule it a hit. It landed between the two. You can't give anybody an error on that. So Bresnahan steps up again, hit it right on the laces to the first baseman her first time up. She's really got good opposite field power. Pitch is up high, it's 1-0. 1-0 Falcons. Boy, it'd be nice to get that runner in from second. There are 2 outs here in the third. Bresnahan's been a clutch hitter all year. She steps in, and the righty's pitch is a strike in that very delayed call. It's 1-1. 1-1 to Bree Bresnan, the third hitter in the order. 1-0 Falcons here in the third. She hammers the pitch. That should score a run. Nope, they're going to hold her up. They aren't going to hold her up. Well, she hesitated. They are going to score, though. O'Neill running for Armbruster scores. Thought they were going to hold her up at third, but no. She did hesitate a little, but it didn't matter. She scores. Bresnahan gets an RBI single. And it's 2-0 Falcons. Nice level swing. That'll bring up Cassie Swanson, who struck out in 3 pitches in the second inning. Again, we were asked to say hi to Becca and Angela. Pitches outside for a ball, 1-0. I said when Cassie hits a homer, I'll shout out, but I shouldn't have put any pressure on the young lady. That wasn't very nice. 1-0 the count to Cassie Swanson. Swing and just foul tips it. 1-1. Bresnahan was on the move that time. I don't know if they had the hit and run on or she was on the move. 1-1 the count. She has to go back to first base. 2-0 Falcons with 2 outs here too. That ball's hit very hard, but it'll be too high. And the center fielder and the right fielder run into each other. Rudd's going to score. It's 3-0. Swanson's at second base. That will be an error, I would think. I don't know who they're going to give it to. But the center fielder and the right fielder ran into each other on the play. It was high enough that it should have been caught. That was the right fielder's ball. But a run scored to make it, I thought a run scored to make it 3-0. They didn't put the run on the board. Bresnahan scored on the play. Pitches outside, 1-0. They put the run on the board or what? Gee. And the pitch is chopped off the plate foul, 1-1. The scoreboard operator must be asleep.
That one was an EA.
Okay. They gave the error to the center fielder. It was the right fielder's ball. And the pitch is popped up and out of play. They finally put the run up on the board. It's 1-2, and they did rule an error on the center fielder, and that's the appropriate call. It was the right fielder's ball. She ran into her in right field. So a couple of outfield mistakes here by and a shortstop mistake, but that ran right between them. You couldn't call an error there. That ball's hit to third, and it should be out number 3, and it is, as Van Ryan grounds out the third. But the Faribault Falcons put a crooked number on the board. 3-run score on 1, 2, 3 hits in the inning. There was 1 error by the Winona Winhawks. Yeah, 1 Winhawk error. And 1 runner was left on second base when the inning came to a close. Hopefully Faribault doesn't have to worry about that run. We go to the bottom of the third on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. It's 3-0 Falcons. It'll be 7-8-9 in the order for the Winhawks in 1 minute.
Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault has been serving the Faribault area for over 6 decades. The same local family-owned business has been assisting families and businesses. Randy and the whole Archambault Disposal family would like to thank their many loyal customers. 3 generations of Archambaults have strived to treat their customers like family. It's not just picking up garbage to them. Service and relationships are why Archambault Brothers Disposal's in the business. If you'd like to be part of the Archambault Brothers Disposal family, just phone 334-8910.
Hi, Cody here with Harley's Auto Salvage, right across from the Rice County Fairgrounds. We've been here since 1952 and are proud to be Faribault's largest recycler. Be sure to check out our drive-thru recycling building. We can recycle your aluminum cans, copper, brass, and metal, and we're your source for new and used auto parts. If we don't have it, we can locate it on our nationwide locating system. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your junk vehicle, and we'll pick it up. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook.
Harley's Auto Salvage, across from the fairgrounds in Faribault.
Sarah Halverson steps up. right fielder for Winona. Swing and a miss with the first pitch. It's 0-1. Armbruster has struck out 4 of the first 6 batters she's faced. It's Halverson, a left-handed hitter in the pitch. It is a strike in that very delayed call. It's 0-2. 0-2 the count. Sarah Halverson. That ball stroked to left field, and it's going to be a foul ball. Shalmanson got a pretty good jump on it, but she had to run a long, long way. It was kind of a sinking away from her liner. Halverson did not have a hit earlier today, had a walk. Sarah is a senior. And the pitch. Swings at a pitch up around the eyes and fouls it off, believe it or not. 0-2. I don't know how she did that, to be honest. 0-2 the count to Sarah Halverson. As Armbruster gets back on that rubber with a 3-0 lead, there's a changeup. She waits on it nicely. Umpire calls a foul ball. And they had thrown her out at first base, but he said it was a foul ball. Well, that was close. Still 0-2. 0-2 to Sarah Halverson. 3-0 Falcons. We're in the bottom of the third. Fouls off the next pitch. I do not understand why you seed a tournament and you don't continue to have your top seeds be the home team after the first round. I can see maybe if you're in the loser's bracket, but we're in the winner's bracket. Winona's the home team here. They're the 4 seeds. Swing and a miss. Van Ryan loses. Oh, they say a foul ball, I guess. So a foul ball. It's still 0-2. Van Ryan had that one taken off her wrist, I guess. Umpire asked her if she's okay, and Abby will say nothing, but yeah, I'm okay. Armbruster steadies herself in the circle and a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6. 4 in a row. So this is, well, I don't understand. This is Ambriel Jacobs, a senior. Falls off the first pitch. I have been told that we're having some issues with our internet feed. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Of course, I don't have any control of that here. 0-2 to Jacobs. Left-handed hitter. And the righty's pitch. Fouls it off. It's still 0-2. Armbruster struck out 17 batters earlier today. She has struck out 6 of the first 8 here today. I think I said 6 strikeouts. She has 5 of the 7 struck out. There's a slow roller, gets by the pitcher, and she is out at first base. Nice play by Bresnan. Got away out of her hand quickly, and a nice stretch on the other end by Cassie Swanson with a second out. And this will bring up Savannah Iverson, a junior, a left-handed hitter. Well, they got a lot of lefties in this Winona lineup. Armbruster has a perfect game going as she tries to bunt. It's a strike, 0-1. You knew sooner or later that they were going to try and bring out the small ball game. What you do when a pitcher's dominating you, and Armbruster's dominating. She's got a 3-0 lead to work with here in the third. These are 7-inning games. State championship is 1:30 tomorrow. And missed with the next offering. It's 1-1. Third place game is at 11 tomorrow morning. Deep sigh by Armbruster, and the pitch right down Broadway for a strike, and it's 1-2. Armbruster has not allowed a hit yet today. She had a no-hitter in the first game. She's got a perfect game going here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout number 6 of the first 9 batters faced. What a job by Armbruster. She is locked in. No runs, no hits. There were no Faribault errors. Nobody left on base. Faribault could almost bring their sleeping bags out here today. They've only had one. They've had what? Three balls that weren't strikeouts that were hit to the defenders. 3-0. Winona trailing the Faribault Falcons as the Winhawks go out to the field in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Back in 1 minute.
Judd Osterman and Demrell Limited is a local independent firm of certified public accountants serving southern Minnesota. They provide a full range of services for individuals, small businesses, and corporations in many industries. They take pride in their local identity and the personal relationships they have developed with their clients. JOD is large enough to provide a full range of services, small enough to assure individual attention, and dedicated enough to take interest in your success. Online at jodcpa.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Garlic's Water. Are you fed up with fighting rust stains and hard water problems at home? We have a system that can solve all your headaches. A Kinetico water system. We have a wide range of Kinetico water systems to fix any problem, big or small. Give me a call at 800-722-1282 or go online at garlicswater.com and let me show you what I can do to help. At Garlic's Water, your water has never been treated so well.
Garlic's Water.
2-0 is the count. Abby Lake, sophomore right fielder. Jim Reed, the legend, is sitting right next to me to my left. Yeah. Were you the first softball coach they ever had, Jim?
No, I was about the third.
Oh, the third, okay.
That was after, I was probably in the 5th year of the program.
Yeah, it's 3-0 now to Abby. Steps in, the sophomore. What do you think of Michaela Armbruster, huh? Lights out good today.
She's on her game.
Yeah.
She's on her game. Winona's way behind.
3-1 to count. Everybody's been behind her. And that changeup, I love her changeup.
Well, against Mankato West, she didn't use it. She
That's
went
right.
away from it.
Yep.
Boy,
Swing in a bit.
Second game, she used it a lot.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'm sure they told her you got to use that pitch more.
Yeah.
Good hitting teams, you got to keep off balance.
Well, it was good to see they're finally facing a fast pitcher here compared to the mid-juice pitcher.
Yes, yes. That ball's fouled off. It's still 3-2. Yeah, earlier today, the gal didn't exactly, she wasn't a flamethrower, and that's the kind of team Faribault has troubles with.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep her weight back, move up in the box a little bit.
Yeah.
Follow Kirby pucked it. If you lift
there
it
you
up,
go. Swing and a miss at a pitch up around the eyes.
Yeah.
Just the third strikeout for this young lady who had a no-hitter as well earlier today.
Oh, did she get?
Yeah. Anderson. So Ellie Knutson steps up. No no-hitter here. It's 3-0 Faribault.
Yeah.
They have 4 hits in the game.
Putting the bat on the ball pretty much.
Yeah, she hasn't fooled them. Knutson popped out to the pitcher first time. Oh, my, that was some gasoline on that one. It's 0-1.
Yeah.
Boy, she popped the catcher's mitt there. Knutson was way late on that swing. 0-1 to count. Anderson threw that angry. Bunt. It's a good one. Pitcher throws to first, and she's just out.
No.
Just out by the umpire. I thought she was safe, too. It looked like she hit the bag.
Oh. I didn't think that was even close for her.
You heard Jim's comment. So Cameron Selmanson will step up. That when she put that ball and it died right between the pitching circle and home plate, I thought sure she'd have a base hit. 2 down as Cameron Selmanson steps in, struck out her first time up, and the pitch up high. It's 1-0. These again are 7-inning games. Armbruster has a perfect game going as we go to the top of the fourth. It'll be the top of the order. She really looks locked in. And the pitch up high. It's 2-0. 2-0 to Cameron Selmanson. Faribault wins this game. They play for a state championship tomorrow.
I think it's against the Hill Murray. And
swing and a miss. 2-1 to count. Yeah, North Branch and Hill Murray. I don't understand. I'm going to ask Jim between innings because I don't know if you guys can catch what he's saying here, but I got to find out why they don't have the seeds all the way through the tournament instead of flipping here in the semis. That makes no sense to me. You got the number 4 seed being the home team here, and the number 1 seed's the visitors. That makes no sense.
Yeah. I
I mean, why do you seed it?
I know in the first game, the number 1 seed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, why wouldn't you carry it through the tournament?
Yeah.
They just walked Salmonson
Yeah, I'm not sure.
with 2 outs, runner at first. I mean, that makes no sense to me at all.
What was interesting, too, in the Bemidji game is that the second pitcher that came in was double tapped in the glove, which was illegal.
No.
And in high school, it's not only a ball on the batter, the runners move up.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And in college, they changed it
They took it out, I was told.
It's a ball, but the runners don't move up.
Okay.
Yeah.
0-1 to count. Well, I'm glad I got that rule clarified from you, Jim, because I didn't know what was going on.
But it's unfortunate for the pitcher because the
Oh,
coach
yeah.
and then the umpire
Pitches up high, gets
that.
away from the catcher, and going down to second is Salmonson, so she's in scoring position here. Another run here would look huge.
Oh, yeah.
1-1 is the count to Lauren O'Neill at a single her first time up. Conclusion of our game will have our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault Players the game. Courtesy of your Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Tony Langer and Jason Crone. Next offering is a ball, I guess. It's 2-1.
Little O'Neill was a right-handed pitcher. A hitter, excuse me, Brody. And she wasn't hitting the last couple of years ago, just wasn't hitting. So
She's
they
hitting
moved
now.
her around to the left side.
Yeah, she's hitting now.
Yeah.
It's 3-. Well, I don't know what the count is. Some umpire, it's hard to tell. 3-2 is what the scoreboard says. And the righty's pitch. It's slapped towards short. Oh my! That runner got in the way. Salmonson and the shortstop collided, and that'll end the inning. You can't do that. You can't run into the shortstop. The shortstop's like, wow, she ran into me. That ends the fourth. No runs. Faribault does not collect a hit here in the fourth inning. There were no errors by Winona. And let's see here. Nobody left on base, was there? So we go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be hitters 1, 2, and 3 for Winona. They're going to try and see if they can manufacture something against Armbruster. I almost guarantee you they're going to try and bunt to start this fourth inning to get something going. Falcons 3-0 for Winona. On the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard, use her 20-plus years of expertise in the Faribault real estate market. Would you? If you're buying or you're selling, I guarantee you'll be very happy you did. We'll be back in 1 minute.
With First United Bank in Faribault, you may be able to buy a home with only 3% down. The good news does not end there. Qualified buyers will also receive a $5,000 grant to use for funds towards down payment and or closing costs. This program is not just for first-time home buyers. Contact the mortgage team at First United Bank today, Debbie Nelson or Chris O'Neill, for complete details. Get closer to your new home purchase with 3% down. First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS number 486008.
Pleasant Manor Nursing Home in Faribault understands that life is a journey. At Pleasant Manor, every employee is committed to making the journey as pleasant as possible. 24-hour skilled nursing, short-term rehab, hospice care, and physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available. Pleasant Manor doesn't just care for physical needs, but emotional also, with worship services, daily activities, and more. Don't wait until an emergency. Take a tour with your loved ones soon and see if it's where you or they want to spend part of your life journey. Pleasant Manor, 27 Brand Avenue in Faribault, because the journey matters.
Wow.
Well, the coach had him placed just right.
Selena Lohr hit the ball right to Lake in right field. I mean, she couldn't have thrown her the ball better. So a line out to right field, and I am shocked they didn't try to bunt there. So Samantha Iverson will step up. I mean, it's a 3-0 game. You haven't been able to get anybody on base. Thank you very much. That's a slap hit, and that's the first hit. Bounces in front of the left fielder, Salmonson. Just a little pooch hit to left field by Iverson, but hey, they got a hit off Armbruster. Her first hit given up today, and it comes in the 11th inning that she pitches. How's that for impressive? There are a lot of college scouts here. They got to love what they're seeing here. And Kayla showing
St. Thomas was watching the first game.
Quite a repertoire that she has, too, and she's only a junior. Pitches outside. That's who they're recruiting now, of course. 1-0 the count to Anderson, the pitcher. She's got power. She had a homer on the season. 3-0 is the score. And the pitch. Looked like a good pitch from up here, and it is. Yeah. Well, you know what I go through every day, Jim? These umpires. Their delayed calls. And the pitch. I've always thought, now I did some umpiring out of high school, and I always was decisive. I mean, right away I'd call it school. But I was told earlier by an umpire, that's what they teach you in umpire school, the delayed call. I don't understand it.
Oh, they do. Maybe
That's
you
what,
can,
that's
maybe you can change
what he
it
told me.
before you put up the arm.
And the pitch. Change up. Pop up. Going back. Bresnahan makes the catch in shallow left center field. That was a nice catch by Bresnahan, backpedaling.
Have to change up a little bit, Miguel got under it.
So 2 down, and that'll bring up Hammernick, the catcher. Hammernick is the leading home run hitter on this team. That's probably why she's hitting cleanup. Right-handed hitter struck out in the second inning. Not many people have not struck out against Armbruster. Starts her off with a fastball, and it's 0-1.
Where did you hear about the Buffalo shortstop? She signed with the Gophers.
Really?
16 home runs during the regular season and had one here today.
Oh, wow.
Left-handed batter.
Wow. I'd sign her too. Just missed with that pitch. That looked like it was right on the outside corner, and it's 1-1 to Hammernick. 42 pitches coming in the inning for Armbruster. Make sure you swing by Bashers and have some of those great ribs. Pops it up. It's 1-2. You know, you're always a hit when you get your team apparel, and I'm talking about your company team as well, at Star Trophy and Apparel in Faribault. Yep, they're the place to go if you need some mouse pads or keychains with your company logo on it. Well, they got some incredibly impressive prices. Check it out. And the righty's pitch. It's hit to right field very well. Weight goes back. It's over her head. Going to bounce up against the fence. Winona may get their first run here. Here comes the throw, and it's 3-1. A double. Hammernick hammers it to right field. It bounced up against the fence, and the Winhawks are back in the game. It's 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That ball was hit very well. And a 1-2 count, too.
Yeah. I think she threw her
I really think that that's the biggest mistake pitchers make, Jim, especially young pitchers. Too good a pitch with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
As Gady steps in, she struck out her first time up. Remember, Hammernick did too. So making adjustments, that's what all good teams do. So it's 3-1. A runner in scoring position, the tying run at the plate. Here in the bottom of the fourth, there are 2 outs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. 0-1 to Fallon Gady. And the next offering. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to Gady, and she looked to be overmatched on that swing. I mean, if I'm her, I don't throw her anything but that again. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Strikeout number 7, but the Winhawks get on the board. They score a run on 2 hits, the first 2 hits of the day off Michaela Armbruster. And 1 runner was left in scoring position. There were no errors by the Faribault Falcons. We go to the top of the 5th. It'll be the top of the order for Faribault, up 3-1. Let's see if they can get that run back that they just gave up. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Bolt Funeral Home in Faribault understands their work with families often comes at a difficult time. That's why they're specially trained in pre-planning so the basics can be completed hopefully long before the services are needed. Bolt Funeral Home provides traditional and cremation services with the most compassionate care. Many generations of families have trusted their loved ones in the care of Bolt Funeral Home with generations of experience and decades of trust. Proud of their 5 generations of Faribault Falcon graduates, visit their website, boltfuneralhome.com, for more details about their services. For State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Langer of Faribault, being a good neighbor is about more than just serving your insurance needs. It's about living and working in this community. Your neighbors trust State Farm Agent Tony Langerud for affordable insurance because whether they have questions, need answers, or have a claim, they always get the personal service they deserve. For your free insurance and financial review, call State Farm agent Tony Langaroo.
First pitch is a delayed strike. What's new? Allie Shack leading off. 2 homers in the first game. She had a single to start this game. Next pitch is over her head. 1-1 the count to Allie Shack. Gonna howdy to her dad Chad out in California. Next pitch, swing into this. And 2 to Allie Shack. 3-1, Faribault leads it. They scored 3 runs in the third. And the right-hander's pitch is inside. 2-2 the count to Allie Shack. Line drive homer and a no-doubter high shot, her second one. That ball's hit well to left field, and a base hit for Shack. Shack gets her second hit of this game, her 6th hit of the day. Man, is she stroking the ball. Michaela Armbruster's up next. Armbruster had an RBI double with an 0-2 count in the third inning.
The pitcher, Michaela Armbruster.
And swung at the first pitch, was at first on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Faribault trying to give back the run they just gave up and maybe some more. Right-hander Anderson gets ready to deliver in the pitch. Is hit right back up the middle, goes off Anderson's glove. She'll be safe at first base. They throw to second. They throw wide of the bag. She's going to go to third. Nobody is covering the bag. So they couldn't make the throw. Shack's all the way to third base. She never hesitated, just went storming into third. So Armbruster will be at first. It was hit right off the pitcher's glove. Normally they give hits on those, but we'll see what they do here. Because that pitcher's really close and that ball is hammered. They haven't put up the call yet. Bree Bresnahan will step up. We're going to have a runner go in here. So Bree Bresnahan will step up. Had the big RBI after the Armbruster RBI in the third inning as she steps in. They still didn't say whether that was a hit or an error. Pitch is inside. It's 1-0. I would have given her a hit. There's an error on the throw to the second baseman. That's no question. To get Shack over to the third baseman would have an error in that. Lifted foul, 1-1. There is going to be an error on the play because Shack shouldn't be at third base if the ball's thrown not into center field. So there is an error on the play. 1-1 is the count to Bree Bresnahan. Stroked her single to right center field. And the pitch. It's too far inside, I think. 2-1. Runner at first, runner at third. Nobody out here in the fifth inning. Faribault leading 3-1 in the semifinals of the state. That ball's launched in the air. It's going to be just a high fly ball. Center fielder will make the catch. They send the runner from third. The throw is cut off by the pitcher, and there's the run they gave up. So an error does factor in here. She wouldn't have been at third without it. Bresnahan gets a sac fly RBI. I'm amazed at how many professionals aren't able to get that job done. The sac fly RBI, and it should be 4-1. 4-1 is the score. It is not on the board yet. And the pitch is stroked toward right field. It'll be a foul ball, I do believe. Yes, it is, by Cassie Swanson. 4-1 should be the score. And again, they didn't put it on the board. Some scorekeepers like to put it at the end of an inning. I don't agree with that, because what if you're just, you're watching the game to look at the scoreboard? It should be accurate. There's a high fly ball that the second baseman's going to have a snow cone job right by the outfield. Oh, man, that almost dropped in. That came in on the fist of Cassie Swanson. For the second out, second baseman makes the catch. O'Neill, the runner for Armbruster, still anchored at first base as Abby Van Ryan will step up. Van Ryan's 0 for 2, so she's due here today. And the pitch, hammered, but it's going to be to left. Oh, it might be out of here, and it's gone! It's a home run! The center fielder went over the fence. No catch. Abby Van Ryan, 2-run homer. Wow, I just said she was due. I didn't think she was due for that. 2-run homer by Van Ryan, 6-1 Faribault. The Armbruster meets her right in front of the dugout and gives her a big old hug as Abby Lake steps in. That was cranked to center field. Man, that had some carry on it. As Lake steps in, she has struck out and walked in this game. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch is a strike. 0-1 to count. Van Ryan swung at the first pitch. Boom. Over the center field fence. And the pitch. It's a slow roller to first base. First baseman will wait. Throw to the second baseman covering the bag. And that will end the 5th inning. That was a 2-out homer, too. A 2-out, 2-run homer. That's impressive. And then Resnan had the sac fly RBI, her second RBI in this game. So again, it's 3-4 on the putout if you're keeping score at home here in the 5th inning. Faribault scores 3 more runs. They do so on 3 more hits. The big blow at 2-run homer by junior catcher Abby Van Ryan. Nobody on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Falcons 6, Winona 1. And the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard right now is a perfect opportunity for me to tell you about Faribault Interiors. I call them a candy store for decorators because that's exactly what it is. They have cabinetry. They have flooring. They have countertop. They do window treatments. You name it, they've got it at Faribault Interiors. And you know the neatest part? They're great people to work with. I mean, they understand that you've got a budget. They understand that. They're humans like you and I. They have budgets too, and they'll help you work your budget. They'll want you to get the best possible products in your budget. So get on into Faribault Interiors and think about doing some remodeling, or maybe you just want to change something out in the house, you know. Probably should do that every once in a while. As we get ready to go to the bottom of the 5th, 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Winona Windhawks. Michaela Armbruster has struck out 7 batters. She has given up 2 hits, both last inning, a double and a single. Now she's got a 5-run lead to work with. Paige Grafton, the designated player, will step in. Wears number 3 on the back of her uniform. A right-handed hitter. Armbruster's next pitch is hit towards short. Third baseman can't get it. Shortstop does and throws her out at first. Nice job by Bresnahan. She had the third baseman Knutson right in front of her. How she concentrated on that ball, I'll never know. Great job. And Knutson was the first one to say, awesome job. Sarah Halverson steps in, struck out her last time up. Earlier today, Armbruster struck out 17. Winona's the defending state champions. And the pitch. Ball 1-0. Armbruster threw 42 pitches through the first 3 innings. There's a strike on the outside corner as he barks it out 1-1. Last inning, she threw 13 pitches, 55 coming into this inning, 41 of them strikes. Changeup is fouled off. It's 1-2. 1-2 to Sarah Halverson. Halverson on the season, a .236 hitter with 5 RBIs, 13 hits coming into the state tournament. And we told you she did not have a hit earlier today. And strike 3. A swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Armbruster. That'll bring up Ambriel Jacobs. At least that's who's due up. Just to bring somebody else to the plate.
Gabrielle Jacobs now batting.
Jacobs is the first baseman. Pitches up high. It's 1-0. Armbruster's retired 3 straight since the double by the cleanup hitter Hammernick that scored the only run for Winona in this game. Faribault leads it 6-1, bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. 1-1 to count. Armbruster gets back up on that rubber. And the pitch. It's popped up. Bresnahan catches it behind the third base bag. Up and down in order go the Winhawks here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, there were no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 6th on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. Yeah, we're inching ever closer to a state championship game. Top of the 6th, it'll be 7-8-9 for Faribault. We'll see if they can score some more runs in 1 minute.
Considering a move in 2018? Follow our lead at the State Bank of Faribault. Hi, I'm Chris Jeans from the State Bank of Faribault Mortgage Department. We are packing up our mortgage department and moving out to our branch location on Western Avenue. When you want to buy a new home, work with the State Bank of Faribault, your local mortgage experts. We specialize in helping you find the mortgage and payment that best fits your budget. It's easier to work with the State Bank of Faribault. The State Bank of Faribault, tsbf.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 638054.
Hey there! As a paperclip, I am all for bundling. But with things like internet streaming and TV, I have my limits. After all, I'm just a twisted piece of metal. That's where Consolidated Communications comes in. Right now, add TV and 20 megs of internet and get free showtime for 2 years. With no data cap, downtime, or delays, all while saving a bundle. And I know a thing or two about bundles.
When you want to keep it all together, visit Consolidated.com or call 844-YOUR-CCI today. Services not available in all areas and vary by location. Terms and conditions apply.
We go. At the top of the 6th. Score 6-1 Faribault. Of course, we will have a bottom of the 7th because Winona's the home team. Ellie Knutson, 0 for 2, steps up, squares the bunt. It's a strike. 0-1, right to bring the bat back. Cameron Salmonson's on deck. Lauren O'Neill will bring it up. The third batter here in the 6th inning. And the pitch down to the last 6 outs of this defending state champs from Winona, and I guarantee you they're not going to go down with a whimper. 0-2 to Knutson. Six to 1 Falcons here in the 6th inning. Knutson takes a deep side, steps back in with that 0-2 count, and the pitch upstairs. She would not chase. It's 1-2. That's a good pitch. We have a new pitcher in today. Bryn Hostetler is the pitcher, a freshman. There's a ball. It's 2-2. So a new pitcher. They knocked out the young lady who had the no-hitter earlier today. Anderson. As Hostetler's in, a right-hander. She kicks and delivers. And a strike freeze called. A called third strike. First strikeout. First batter she sees. That'll bring up Cameron Salmonson. Bryn Hostetler, again a freshman, getting some time in the pitching circle in the state tournament. Salmonson sees her deliver, and it's a strike, 0-1. I got to draw my line in the book where the pitching change is made, and the pitch up over the eyes. It's 1-1. So they knocked out Anderson. Next offering's outside. It's 2-1. She threw a lot of pitches. I'll get him for you in a moment. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. We're still getting caught up on our pitch counts for Anderson in the pitch. Outside, we had a full count, I believe, for Cameron Selmanson. Hey, sir, I'll be leaving after this game. That's my plug-in. There's a strike. Oh, I'm sorry, she walked. So, runner at first with one out. Lauren O'Neill. Got somebody plugging into my my outlet here, and I. And the pitch is now ball 1-0. Lauren O'Neill out the last time up, singled in the third inning and scored in the third inning. She scored the first run of the game. And the pitch. It's a pop-up. Second baseman goes back, makes the catch for the second out. So 2 down, and that'll bring up Allie Shack. Shack has been red hot. She has 6 hits on the day. 2 homers, 4 singles.
Center fielder, Allie Shack.
Shack, one of the seniors on this team. And the pitch. It's called strike. 0-1. The high strike. So 0-1 is the count to Allie Shack. 2 down here in the 6th inning. And the pitch is up high. It's 1-1. For Winona in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be 9-1-2. Yeah, Winona's the home team, even though they're the 4 seed. Faribault, the 1 seed, is the visitor. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. One and 2 to Allie Shack. The righty's next pitch bounces. It's going to send the runner into scoring position here on the wild pitch. 2-2. Now Winona just trying to keep Faribault off balance, give him a different look, different pitcher. Obviously, they were gauging Anderson pretty well. They had 7 hits off of her. She threw 103 pitches. And there's strike 3. Shack is retired. That's the second strikeout by the freshman of the 4 batters she faced. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left in scoring position here in the 6th inning, and hopefully that doesn't make a difference. We go to the bottom of the 6th. There'll be 9-1-2 in the order for Winona. Faribault leads it by a 6-1 score. Back in 1 minute.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers was founded by 10 men over a century ago. Since then, women have made IBEW Local 110 a rewarding place to work, learn, and thrive. This rewarding career offers women and men equal pay, benefits, and the best training in the electrical industry. Visit the Work tab on IBEWPros.org to find out more about an electrical career. Get your next electrical project done on time and on budget. That's the IBEW Local Union 110's power of professionalism.
Hello, I am Craig Pedersen, and I'm thrilled to be Hometown Credit Union's new mortgage lender for the Faribault office. I have been a mortgage lender for over 25 years, and I love helping people achieve their dream of affordable home ownership. Apply online, call, or stop by today to see just how easy it is to be at home with Hometown Credit Union. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Down to their last 6 outs. The Winona Winhawks here in the winner's bracket. Anyway, they're guaranteed of playing tomorrow because they won a game earlier today. They'd be playing for 3rd place if they don't come back and win this. Savannah Iverson steps in, swing and a miss. Armbruster's 64th pitch, 48 of them strikes. She is now 14 of 18 first pitch strikes. Which is why, as I said earlier, I'd be swinging at first pitches, and for the most part, Winona has been doing that lately. In the pitch, Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Iverson struck out in the third inning swinging. Most of them have been swinging. I think she has, just one strikeout looking on the day. And the pitch almost went after some high cheese, and it's 1-2. Iverson, the shortstop, will step back in. A couple of runs early scored on collisions in the outfield. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The first one was a hit because it landed right between the two just before they collided. The shortstop and the left fielder. Strikeout number 9 for Armbruster. So Selena Lohr will step in. Lohr is 0 for 2 at the top of the order of the Winona Windhawks. And the pitch. It's barked out as a strike. 0-1. Lohr popped out to second base to start the game in the first inning. Armbruster had a perfect game through the first 3 innings. That ball's hit. Base hit to left field. Just shortened her swing. Good job there by Lohr to make an adjustment. Shortened her swing. Gets the single to left field with 1 out. Samantha Iverson will step up. That is the 3rd hit for Winona in this game. The 3rd hit of the day off Armbruster. Samantha Iverson will step up. I don't know if I ever gave you the total pitch count in the first game for Michaela. It was 92. Yes, I did at the end of the game. Now I remember. Pitches outside, 1-0. She had 92 pitches in the first game. 1-0 to Samantha Iverson. Singled her first time up. Knutson scoops it up and throws her out at first base. Nice play by Knutson. That is a candidate for our Arshamble Brothers disposal pickup of the game. That was not an easy play that she just made look easy. Ranging to her left, scooped it up, and she's got a very strong arm. Be curious to see who plays short next season. With Bree gone, Knutson's got a very good arm. And Ryan, so good behind the plate, has a very good arm, very athletic. 1-0 the count. She did play some short earlier this year. And Lake's a catcher, the right fielder. But we got to get through this year first, and hopefully we have a state title to talk about. There's a swing and a miss. The number 3 hitter is 0 for 2 against Armbruster. 6-1. Going down to second base, not contested as a runner. And there's a knockdown of a ball. That'll be a base hit by Anderson, I would think. Nice job in the hole by Bresnan just to knock that ball down. There are runners at the corners with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Hammernick, who hit the RBI double her last time up. It was a 1-2 count, and she hammered the ball.
Catcher, Lauren Hammernick.
Hammernick takes off her shin guards and steps in. 6-1 is our score. Winona's hoping for a timely 2-out hit here to get a crooked number on the board. Down to their last 4 outs. Armbruster get back up on that rubber. And the righty's pitch. Inside and high, it's 1-0. Little brushback pitch there. Don't let Hammernick feel comfortable. Remember, she had the double. Double here, and we got a new game. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Faribault does lead at 6-1, but a double more than likely would score a couple of runs and have the lead. Armbruster looks locked in again. The pitch is a strike call in the outside corner. A pitcher's pitch, and it's 1-2. That was right on the black. Outside corner. Not much the Hammernick could do with that pitch. See if she puts it there again. The pitch. Yep, she did, but missed. Just a little bit off the plate, trying to get her to chase. Wouldn't do it, and it's 2-2. Runners at the corners. 2 outs here in the 6th. It's a big batter here for both teams. Meanwhile, Abby Van Ryan just called time. And the umpire went in front of the plate, moved some dirt, and now goes back behind the plate. So I don't know if a mosquito landed on her nose or what. But oh, what a beautiful changeup to strike her out. That was a gorgeous pitch. Oh my, an awesome changeup. Strikeout number 10 here in the 6th inning. Wow. When you throw those changeups and they look like fastballs and they lunge after the pitch like that, if you're the pitcher and the catcher, you got to be grinning from ear to ear as you head to the dugout. We go to the 7th inning, the final scheduled inning of this game. Faribault up 6-1 on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard. That's right. Make sure you swing by Basher's, the J&J Bowling Center. They got the best ribs around. We all know that, right? Swing by there if you're looking for some good food. Well, you don't need to look any farther than that. I was just going to tell you again about the bowling special. $40. It's good Monday through Thursday. You bowl 3 games each day. Includes shoe rental. Open until 8 o'clock all the way through the end of the summer. August 31st it's a great bowling special. Think about this. Monday through Thursday, that's 4 days. You can bowl 3 games each day. That's 12 games a week. You can do this every week through the end of the summer. The total cost for the entire summer of all that bowling is just $40, and it includes the shoe rental. It's the best deal around. I tell you what, if I'm listening in Minneapolis and I hear this, I drive down to Basher's, the J&J Bowling Center, and take advantage of that terrific deal. Wow, $40 for the whole summer of bowling at the J&J Bowling Center, and while you're there, you got to try their ribs. So the Faribault Falcons will have 2, 3, and 4 lead off here in the top of the 7th, see if they can't add to that 6-1 lead. Michaela Armbruster, who scored 2 runs, well, actually her courtesy runner has scored 2 runs. She's been on base all 3 times she's been up. Steps up here in the 7th, and the first pitch swinging, shortstop charging, bobbles the ball, that'll be an error. No question, it was hit right to her. Error on the shortstop, puts the runner at first. This is not customary of Winona teams. Had an error in the outfield, made an error on a throw to second base, and now an error at short. As O'Neill goes in to run for Armbruster, and Bree Bresnahan steps in. Again, if this score holds up, Faribault will be playing for a state championship at 1:30 tomorrow, right here on the same field. If you're coming to the game, field number 3. Field number 3. Cassie Swanson's number. Some people think it's Harmon Killebreau's number. Well, it was. But it's also Cassie Swanson's number. And the righty's pitch. Bounces it. Runner did not advance. Should have. Ball got away from the catcher, and she hesitated, and he who hesitates is lost. 1-0 the count. She had to go back to first because she didn't take off right away. And the pitch. That ball stroked pretty good by Bresnahan. Center fielder comes in. It'll be a base hit. But for some reason, O'Neill didn't go to second base. You could see it was not going to be caught. And she'll be out at second base. Be a single for Bresnahan. O'Neill's out at second base. I can't believe that. So, 1 out. And then I realized that, she had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. But you could tell it was not going to be caught. Center fielder's playing too deep, and there's no way she was going to catch that. Pitch is a strike call to Cassie Swanson. Swanson's safe on an error in the 3rd inning. That was the outfielders colliding. The center fielder was given the error, and it was the right call because it was a right fielder's ball. She ran right into her. She was ready to catch it. That ball stroked to left field. Coming in is the left field. Great running catch. Great running catch by the left fielder. A sinking liner, and Swanson's like, what do I got to do to get hit here? Well, you got tomorrow yet, Cassie. Abby Van Ryan steps in, homered the first pitch she saw in the 5th inning. It was a 2-run blast. Her 3rd RBI of the day. She's 1 for 3. Conclusion of our game, we'll have our Archambault Brothers disposal pick up the game right now. 3rd baseman has that. Falls off the pitch, 0-1. Knutson made a nice little scoop play at 3rd base. That so far is our Archambault Brothers disposal pickup of the game. You need pickup of refuse or recycling. Need a dumpster or roll off. They're the place to go. Next pitch is a ball. Runner goes down to second, and the 3rd baseman falls on top of her. Bresnahan is at second. That started a little late on that. And I guess you give her a stolen base. I have 1-1 in my count. Now they got the scoreboard right. So Van Ryan will see if she can't stroke a hit and get another RBI here. There are 2 outs. And the pitch. Van Ryan fouls this off. It's 1-2. 1-2. You got to have your heads up in this park, folks. There can be balls flying all over the place. These fields are pretty close together. And people walking just casually with a burger or something got to be ready for a ball, maybe to smack them in the head. Ball rolls in there, and it's 2-2. Bresnan's at second. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. In the bottom of the 7th for Winona, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Their last 3 outs. And the pitch. Ball. So we got a full count to Abby Van Ryan and a homer in the 5th. Taps the plate, steps back in. Her homer came off the first pitcher, Anderson, who threw 103 pitches through 5 innings. 52 of them strikes. Pitches inside, she walked her. Bresnan steals third base. Meanwhile, getting caught between first and second is Van Ryan, and she's going to try and... Did the run score? The run scored! So Faribault executed that to perfection. Bresnan scores the run before the 3rd out is recorded. That's exactly what they wanted to do. They pick up run number 7 here in the 7th inning. 1 run crosses the plate. Faribault collects a hit. That was a walk, by the way, to Van Ryan, who I'm assuming gets an RBI on that. I'll have to find out officially. And let's see here. 1 runner is not. Oh, no, she was recorded out. Nobody is left on base. So Faribault does get the run to make it 7-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Winona. Now down by 6 runs, even though it doesn't say 7 on the scoreboard yet. We'll be back in 1 minute.
These days, there are so many promotional products available to help get the word out about your business. Let Star Trophy and Apparel assist you. Star Trophy and Apparel. The sky really is the limit here. Golf balls, pens, mouse pads, mugs, umbrellas. Star Trophy and Apparel can get you set up. Stop in for a terrific selection of athletic wear, too. Falcons, Bethlehem Academy, Medford, Waterville, Elysian, Morristown. Trophies and plaques, hats, shirts, jackets with your company logo on them. Star Trophy and Apparel. The place to go, located at 128 Prairie Avenue Southwest, Faribault.
Buying or selling a house doesn't have to be a stressful process. Weichert Realtors Heartland is there to help you every step of the way. Their dedicated and professional agents provide their knowledge and expertise for smart decisions in today's real estate market. They can help you find your current house value or find you that dream house you've been waiting to find. Buying or selling, Team Yellow is for you. Call 507-334-2173. Weichert Realtors Faribault.
Well, the Winhawks down to their last 3 outs. The defending state champions about ready to be taken down possibly as Fallon Gady will lead things off. 2 strikeouts against Armbruster. 10 strikeouts in this game. 17 in the first game. 27 strikeouts in 13 innings. First pitch is called a ball, and it really did look like a pretty good pitch. We'll get your pitch counts in a moment, and the next offering is bunted, and it's a fair ball. O'Neill throws to first, and she's out at first base. Great play by O'Neill. That might have surpassed the other pick of the game. She had to do that in one fell swoop motion because Gady can get down the line. We might have to have a couple of pickups of this game, courtesy of Archambault Brothers Disposal. Again, you're a hit, folks. If you go into Star Trophy and Apparel, you need some trophies made, plaques made. I told you earlier. Swing in a foul 0-1 down to the last 2 outs of Winona. Faribault is 2 outs away from playing for a state championship tomorrow. 1:30 first pitch scheduled. The 4 state championships are staggered a half hour off of each other. Guess I've never understood why they couldn't just do all force a game onto themselves, but they don't do that. It's a ball, 1-1 to Paige Grafton, the designated player. She's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And the pitch. Swings and fouls it off, 1-2. Armbruster has given up 4 hits. But just the 1 run. Faribault has not had an error in this game. Winona's had a couple of them. And one of them for sure factored in the scoring, and the pitch is a ball. Actually, I think they have 3 errors, and 2 of them have factored in the scoring. 2-2 the count. Armbruster trying to hammer this baby down. Takes a deep sigh at the back of the circle. Steps up on that rubber. The right-hander kicks and delivers. Swings and hits it straight back, and it's still 2-2. Alex Purfist, engineering back of the studios, is doing backflips. He's doing cartwheels as his school is about ready to play for a state championship if they can just nail this down. 1 out here in the 7th. And the pitch. Changeup. Misses outside, and we got a full count. Well, she doesn't like walking people. She's only had 11 walks all season. She doesn't have a walk in this game. I'd throw it right down Broadway. Here's the pitch. It's popped up. Calling for it, Swanson makes the catch. They're down to the last out. It looks like there's going to be a new state champion in Class 3A. It could still be a Big 9 conference school. That's what we're hoping, because then it would be the Faribault Falcons. But it's not going to be easy. They'll play either North Branch or Hill Murray in the state title game. I got the other field to my back. I don't know what the score is there. It's 0-0 in the first inning of the game on that field. And let's see, can I see field number 2? No, I can't. It's across the, I'm blocked out from field number 2 scoreboard. So I'll try and get you who they play as soon as I can. Conclusion of our game, we'll have our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault players of the game. Armbruster's pitch, up high. She's definitely going to be one of our players of the game. Another outstanding pitching performance by the junior right-hander. Abby Van Ryan, her battery mate, has a 2-run homer, 3 RBIs in this game. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Bree Bresnahan has a couple of hits and a couple of RBIs. There's a strike, and down to their last strike of the Winhawks. Armbruster visualizing her next pitch. She has 10 strikeouts, and the pitch swings and just fouls it off. It's 1-2. 1-2 to Sarah Helverson, who has struck out twice in this game. All the infielders encouraging Michaela to hammer down this game. The defending state champs are a strike away from being eliminated in the winner's bracket. And the pitch swings and hits it straight back. It's 1-2. This will be the 6th pitch of this at-bat for Helverson, who's hanging in there against the state's #1 strikeout pitcher, Michaela Armbruster. Still 1-2. She got a pitch to waste here. And the pitch. Changeup misses outside. It's 2-2. 2-2 the count. Takes a deep sigh as she gets ready to deliver. Swing and a miss. Falcons win. They're playing for a state championship tomorrow. Armbruster with her 11th strikeout of the game. Faribault wins it by a score of 7-1 over the Winona Winhawks. We'll have your complete line totals. We'll have our Archambault Brothers disposal pickup. It's actually going to be more than one pickup of the game. Our State Farm insurance agents, Faribault players of the game will be chosen as well. On the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty scoreboard, your final score: Faribault 7, Winona 1. The Falcons are playing for a state championship tomorrow, back in 90 seconds.
Steel Waseca Cooperative Electric urges you to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Each year, people are killed or injured when farm or construction equipment contact power lines. Stay at least 10 feet away in all directions. Getting too close is dangerous as electricity can arc or jump to conducting material or objects. If your equipment does come into contact with power lines and you are not in imminent danger, stay in the cab, call for help, and warn others nearby to stay away and wait until the electric utility arrives. Steel Waseca Cooperative Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Reliance Bank of Faribault has a terrific way for you to support your favorite school and benefit yourself also. Get more details about their Faribault Falcon, Bethlehem Academy, or Medford Tiger debit cards. Open a free checking account like the Green Checking with no minimum balance, currently 1.5% APY on your deposits, and choose the Money Pass Visa card with a Falcon, Cardinal, or Tiger logo on it. A portion of the interchange fee on every point of sale transaction is donated back to your favorite school. Another way that Reliance Bank of Faribault is redefining service every day. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers was founded by 10 men over a century ago. Since then, women have made IBEW Local 110 a rewarding place to work, learn, and thrive. This rewarding career offers women and men equal pay, benefits, and the best training in the electrical industry. Visit the Work tab on IBEWPros.org to find out more about an electrical career. Get your next electrical project done on time and on budget. That's the IBEW Local Union 110's power of professionalism.
I tell you, that Alex is a character. I can't repeat what he just said to me. I mean, it wasn't bad, but he was doing cartwheels. I asked him, said, were you doing cartwheels? He said, I was doing cartwheels. Falcons playing for a state championship tomorrow. Oh man, I'm like a decorator in the Faribault interior store. I'm so excited. I don't really want to go home. I want to just stay here and play the state championship right now. 7-1, Falcons win it. Winona was able to only get 4 hits off Armbruster in this game. That's right, 4 hits in the game. The Winona Winhawks had, I believe, 3 errors in the game. At least my scorebook has 3 of them. They left 3 runners on base, 2 in scoring position. Faribault cranks out 7 runs on 8 hits. They had no errors in the game. In fact, a couple of very nice defensive plays. They maximized their base runners, which has been an issue for them. You know, they didn't really, well, yes, they did run into an out at second base, but just kind of caught in the land of nowhere. 3 runners were left, I think that's right. No, 4 runners left, sorry. 4 runners left, and only 2 of them were in scoring position. Michaela Armbruster throws 95 pitches. She threw 92 in the first game. That's 187 pitches today. That young lady is going to sleep like a rock. 187 pitches on the day. She is one of our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents Faribault players of the game. Bree Bresnahan, who had 3 RBIs, couple of hits, is one of our players of the game. Abby Van Ryan, who stroked a 2-run homer and had 3 RBIs in this game, also one of our players of the game. Cameron Selmanson coached a couple of walks to get on base a couple of times, but did not score in this game. Lauren O'Neill scored the first run of the game in the 3rd inning, and Allie Shack hit 2 more hits in this game and scored a run. In fact, she kind of sent a message right away. Remember what we told you, Anderson came into this game off a no-hitter earlier today. Very first batter gets a hit off of her. Now, I would imagine, I never threw a no-hitter, but I would imagine if you're just throwing a no-hitter, you know, you're kind of, you're feeling pretty good, obviously, about yourself. And the first batter gets a hit off you, think, oh my gosh, that was the first batter. So a message delivered there by Allie and company. So Shack set the tone for the Falcons, and that's why she, Armbruster, Bresnahan, and Van Ryan are our Faribault State Farm Insurance Agents, Faribault players of the game. We'll give you our Arshamble Brothers disposal pickup, and I think it is going to be a tie for the pickups of the game. Armbruster, by the way, strikes out 11 batters in this game, 17 in the first game, so 28 strikeouts in 14 innings on the day today. That's pretty impressive. We'll wrap things up from Diamond Free, Field Free at Caswell Park. I'm looking at the Mankato West coach. He's shaking his head, saying, wow, this Faribault team is very, very good. Yeah, he's talking to another coach over there about Ms. Armbruster and the Faribault Falcons, who they, of course, beat 7-2 before Faribault came back and won 3-2 to win the section and come here to state tournament. And they're one win away from a state championship. My, oh my, would that be a lot of fun. We'd have to, well, I think win or lose, we need to get a float of this Falcon team in the Heritage Days parade. They've done this community very, very proud. We'll wrap things up with that Archambault Brothers Disposal pickup of the game selection right after this 1-minute timeout.
United Bank in Faribault, you may be able to buy a home with only 3% down. The good news does not end there. Qualified buyers will also receive a $5,000 grant to use for funds towards down payment and or closing costs. This program is not just for first-time home buyers. Contact the mortgage team at First United Bank today, Debbie Nelson or Chris O'Neill, for complete details. Get closer to your new home purchase with 3% down. First United Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender, NMLS number 486008.
Pleasant View Estates offers independent living, assisted living, and enhanced assistance on Faribault's picturesque east side. The fact that it's adjacent to a skilled nursing facility makes it ideal if your loved one needs more care. Move can be made without literally going outdoors, or if their spouse needs care, they can live right next door. Staff available 24 hours a day with call buttons in each apartment, full apartments with full kitchens, walk-in showers, cable and internet access, daily activities. A great way to make new friends going through the same part of their life journey. Take a tour soon. Pleasant View Estates, Faribault, because the journey matters.
I wish I could see the scoreboard on that field that is to my left, but I can't. I got tons of people standing in front of me. Even if I stood up, I probably couldn't see it. But I'll tell you, I'll call back later when I find out it's either North Branch, the number 2 seed, or Hill Murray, the number 3 seed. And it doesn't matter what seed you are because they flip after the first round. Makes no sense. The final score in this one, Faribault 7, Winona 1. All right, our pickup of the game, courtesy of Archambault Brothers Disposal of Faribault, named the Faribault Area Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year for 2018, and the deserved honor that was. If you're looking to have some refuse picked up, or if you're looking to have your recyclables taken care of, you need a roll-off or dumpster, Archambault Brothers has service really in their middle name. They can actually put that right on the trucks. Service is in the middle name of Archambault Brothers Disposal. Picks of the game. Let's see. A nice scoop on Iverson. Now this was in the 6th inning. There was one out. There had been a single by the leadoff hitter Lohr, and Ellie Knudsen made a nice scoop play of a ball that was hit and threw out for the second out the number 2 batter. Going to third on the play was Lohr, who singled, but there were 2 outs. So that was a big, big out in this game. That's one of our pickups of the game. And then Lauren O'Neill on a bunt by Gady, and it was a beautiful bunt down the first baseline. I mean, it hugged the white chalk, and O'Neill just pounced on that like a cat. I mean, she pounced on it like a cat and quickly turned, and in one fell swoop threw her out at first base. They just got her by a half step. I mean, Gady gets down the line pretty well. That will be our other one. So Lauren O'Neill and Ellie Knudsen get our Archambault Brothers Disposal scoops of the game in this one. Speaking of scoops, I could use some ice cream right now. I think I'm going to go get an ice cream cone. Then your final score, 7-1, the Faribault Falcons defeat the Winona Winhawks. So Faribault's playing for a state title tomorrow And, of course, we wouldn't miss it for the world. 1:30 is the scheduled first pitch. Of course, we've been starting about 20 minutes late on these games. I don't know, state championship games pretty much start on time because there's no, well, I guess there are some games on the fields, but I think they dispatch most of those games to other fields and keep the state championship games here in the inner circle. But they're going to play on field 3, it says here. The other state championship games, well, we'll have to check that out. Big thank you to Alex for engineering back at the studios. Certainly appreciate it, Alex. Hope you're okay after doing those backflips. Our broadcast is service of the State Bank of Faribault. Also by Steel-Waseca Co-op Electric, Weichert Realty, Jake Pillar at Faribault, Star Trophy and Apparel. Make sure you swing by and check out their great deals at Star Trophy and Apparel Faribault. The Broster in Faribault brought to our pregame report, and we'll do likewise tomorrow. Hometown Credit Union, the State Bank of Faribault, IBW Local Union 110, Consolidated Communications, Bolt Funeral Home, Faribault Interiors, Tony Langerud, Jason Crone, your Faribault State Farm Insurance agents, by Pleasant Manor, Pleasant View Estates, Bashers, the J&J Bowling Center. Man, make sure you swing by if you're looking for a great meal. Look no further than Bashers and their awesome ribs. They got very juicy burgers, too, at Bashers. And the J&J Bowling Center has that great bowling special going on, $40 for all those games throughout the summer. And the shoe rentals included. I think I'd jump all over that deal. Also, our broadcast of service of First United Bank Faribault, Garlick's Water Conditioning, Judd Osterman and Demro, Harley's Auto Salvage, Arshamble Brothers Disposal, Deb Salmonson, Remax Realty, and Parker Cole Funeral Home of Faribault. Your final score on the Deb Salmonson Remax Realty agent in Faribault scoreboard: the Falcons 7, the defending state champions Winona 1. There'll be a new state champion this year, and for the third straight year, it could be a Big 9 conference team. 2 years ago, it was Mankato West. Last year, it was Winona, and of course, we're calling a title for the Falcons tomorrow. If you can't be here tomorrow, again, 1:30 is the first pitch, tune in right here on the Mighty 920. We'll have it for you, and of course, you can always tap the KDHL app and listen anywhere in the world, like Mr. Schatt, Allie's dad, was listening in San Diego, California. Till tomorrow, this is Gordy Kosfeld. Have a great night.